See, I'm not lasting for a minute is that you're having the time of your life and you think it's a minute. Mic drop. Welcome back, you absolute legends. Markamous here to break down the chaos. Let's dive in. Time slipping away like a deadbeat dad going out for milk.
Oh, and no milk.
Never coming back. Experimental psychologist Ruth Ogden says our emotions and arousals warp how we perceive time. When we're very aroused, sweating buckets, heart pounding, these are the moments time distorts, says Ruth. See, I'm not lasting for a minute is that you're having the time of your life and you think it's a minute. Mic drop.
Alex, give him a, oh yeah. Oh yeah, daddy. Oh yeah, daddy.
Speaking of impacts to your guts, there's a movement including legislation introduced this year to restrict SNAP benefits from being used to purchase junk foods like sugary drinks, candy. Now, I don't know if Big Pharma is going to be okay after they lose a huge portion of their future business, since diabetes and obesity will be nearly eradicated from low-income families. These poor kids are going to be the most in-shape generation since the boomers in the 1920s.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. Taking a break.
Speaking of boomers, Apple unveiled its newest iPhone, the iPhone Pro Max Pixel 17. Users are complaining that the phone is the ugliest in its line because it looks similar to an Android. Much like their customer, they expect the phones to be beautiful on the outside and dumb on the inside. Our first segment today is called Reefer Madness. Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, let's call him Patrick Star because it's fitting, is on a mission to recriminalize THC, claiming it's poisoning kids and adults. Check this out.
We had horrendous testimony of one 22-year-old who bought this. I don't know what product it was. I think she said wedding cake. He stepped in front of a train and got run over, killed. This is serious business. This is not Dan's folly. This is not Dan's priority. This is to save an entire generation of being hooked on drugs. And I need for you all to take this story seriously. Because does anyone want to try any of this? Would you buy anything off the shelf that you didn't know what was in it? That could change your whole mental state for the rest of your life? Would you want that? Anybody want this bag?
Right here, buddy. Just hand that over, buddy. Come on.
Okay. You want it? I don't think you want it.
Royal Mr. Lieutenant Governor, I will take it, and I'll take the risk too. He's pushing to keep only non-intoxicating cannabinoids like CBD and CBG legal in hemp products. Look, I get the concern. I've used CBD myself instead of opioids, so I see the value. But Patrick's poison talk is straight up nonsense. When I'm high, I'm not plotting to take out a cop. I'm scheming to murder a burger. His plan, scrap intoxicating hemp for everyone and pump up the Texas Compassionate Use Program, the TCUP. As of April 2025, it's got 112,495 patients enrolled. The lawmaker wants to make it the biggest medical cannabis program in the U.S. Fine. Expanding medical access sounds noble, but I'm not here for a nanny state telling grown folks what they can and cannot put in their bodies. If people want to get high, let them. We're cool with folks getting plastered on whiskey, and don't even get me started on cigarettes. Those kill way more than THC ever could. The wildest part, this is coming from a lieutenant governor, a guy who's basically the governor's understudy, sitting in the wings with no real stage time. Now he's acting like he's got the keys to Texas. Either power tripping or paying back the special interest groups who backroll his campaign. All this ban is going to do is toss people in jail, fatten wallets for street hustler and cartel, and stir up more problems than what it's worth. It's a giant leap backwards that doesn't protect anyone, it just wrecks lives. Keep this up, Patrick Star, and you'll turn Texas blue with this lunacy. We're calling this segment Zootopia IRL. Animal personhood got the world losing it. Colombia's cocaine hippos, Pablo Escobar's pets, are now people, but judges want them cold. These 170 beasts are trampling farmers, invading schoolyards, and pooping rivers toxic. But PETA's like, they're family. People on social media are divided. Some want hippo rights, others say shoot them. Look, I love animals. My dog's cooler than my landlord, But giving Hippo lawyers, that's wilder than Escobar's coke stash. And don't get me started on monkeys owning selfies. Peter says Naruto's the Makake's a photographer, but I say he's just snapping for bananas. In May of 2025, courts flipped. Hippos faced the chop and monkeys got no copyright. This is why we're doomed. Humans can agree, so we're debating hippo citizenship. Keep this up and my cat's running for mayor. This segment is called Social Media is Getting a Curfew. So social media is getting a curfew and the chaos is unreal. New 2025 laws warn kids under the age of 16 banned from TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Florida and Texas are already making parents sign permission slips, and the Kids Online Safety Act's pushing nationwide age gates by 2026. They're screaming, save the kids. Studies show social media is tied to a 70% teen depression spike since 2010, and 30% of the kids get bullied online. But I'm calling bullshit. This is censorship dressed as parenting. Look, I get the mental health angle. 40% of teens are glued to their phones and suicide risks are up. But banning social media, that's like outlawing pizza to stop obesity. Teens are 60% of TikTok's US users. They're not quitting. They'll VPN their way back by dinner. Some of the social media posts are wild. One kid said, I'll hack this faster than my math homework. And privacy, age checks via ID mean big tech has your driver's license. Good luck with that data breach. Parents are cheering, but Gen Z is rioting. This ain't protection, it's a TikTok gulag. Senator Ted Cruz is out here preaching, think of the children, but I'm thinking of the $50,000 fines platforms face per underage user. Guess who's paying? Us. Kids will use their fake IDs, their mom's accounts, making this a law that sounds tough but flops hard. In June 2025, teens are already dodging bans, with VPNs downloads up 20%. This is peak nanny state. Fix the schools, not the screens. Keep this up and we'll all be tweeting from the dark web. Now, I know I'm a little bit late, but I cannot not talk about the breakup. Well, folks, buckle up because the Elon Musk soap opera just dropped a new episode and it's juicier than any TV reality catfight. I called it from a mile away. Elon, our favorite space cowboy, is out here throwing shade at Trump and the government like it's a bad Yelp review. And can you blame him? The dudes run companies like a sci-fi dictator. Snap his fingers and boom, rockets fly. Cars drive themselves and Twitter or X gets a makeover. But the government is like trying to hurt a cat while riding a unicycle and juggling flaming torches. Good luck, buddy. Trump learned this the hard way in his first term. You got to play nice. You got to compromise. Maybe bribe a senator with a gold-painted golf cart. But Elon, compromise isn't in his vocabulary. He's like the boss we all have. You know, the one that says livable wage. Psst. Here's a company-branded water bottle. Now get back to work. Meanwhile, they're remodeling the office with a Shark Tank because it's for the greater good. Does that sound familiar? Now the X platform is blowing up with Elon versus Trump bickering, and I'm just sitting here with popcorn, loving the chaos. But hold up, am I the only one sniffing a plot twist? This feels like a staged breakup, like something cooked up in a Hollywood writer's room. Picture it. Elon plays the rebel, ditches the big bloated bill, which, let's be real, was less than beautiful and more bureaucratic buffet nobody asked for. The lefty loonies eat it up and suddenly standing over Elon. Because, well, Orange Man is bad, am I right? It's a PR masterstroke. Elon comes out looking like the cool kid who flipped off the principal and his stocks goes to Mars. Me, I'm Team Chaos. Shut the government down, I say. Let's see how long these politicians last without their catered lunches and private jets. Nothing's gonna change with the same old political circus. But who cares what I think? I'm just some dude ranting in a basement, sipping Mountain Dew and dreaming of a TLC reunion special where Elon and Trump hash it out. Hosted by Dr. Phil, with surprise guest Kanye. Make it happen, universe. All right, enough of this political dumpster fire. Let's pivot to something way more fun. Now, let's close out the show right. Here's a review to Lilo and Stitch. Welcome back, legends. Markamous here, breaking down the chaos. And you're the real MVP for sticking through the whole show. Smash that like, subscribe, tickle the bell, and share this with your grandma. She needs the spice in her life. Without you, I'm just yelling into the void. So thanks for keeping my lights on. Now buckle up for the long overdue roast of Disney's Lilo and Stitch live action remake. A soulless cash grab that spits on Ohana. If one animal deserves personhood, it's Stitch, the Chaos King himself. Let's dive into why the 2002 original was a masterpiece and why this 2025 flop is a crime against family. Spoilers ahead. So if you're dodging them, fast forward, you'll miss out on the tea. On June 21st, 2002, Disney hit a grand slam with Lilo and Stitch. It's a story about family, belonging, and unconditional love, wrapped in humor, chaos, and the Hawaiian sunshine. Lilo, a quirky kid, and Stitch, a fugitive alien, find each other in a messy, beautiful tale of Ohana. Family that leaves no one behind. Nani, Lilo's big sis, fights to keep them together despite social workers and galactic bounty hunters. Add Pleakley's drag queen energy, Jumba's mad scientist vibes, and Captain Gunda's beefy menace, all set to Elvis tunes and a Hawaiian heart. It's perfection. Fans still call it Disney's last great animated film, with post in May 2025 praising its raw emotional and cultural respect. That's the blueprint, a gold mine that proves family isn't just blood, it's loyalty, flaws, and love. Fast forward to 2025, and Disney's live-action Lilo and Stitch is a hollow money grab that forgot what Ohana means.
Ohana means family. Family means
Nobody gets left behind
Or
forgotten. I know.
It's like they took the sacred lei and swapped it for a Dollar Tree knockoff. Let's start with the good. There's not much, but credit where it's due. Now I'm gonna butcher this girl's name, but Maya Kealoha as Lilo is a home run. This kid's adorable, bursting with spunk and spirit, naming Lilo's weird and wonderful energy. She's the only bright spot, like a pineapple in a dumpster fire. That's where the Aloha ends, folks. This remake misses the mark so bad, it's like Disney aimed for the moon and hit a landfill. They erased key characters, added pointless ones, and worst of all, ruined Nani. If you've never seen the original or forgot its magic, you might shrug and enjoy the CGI. But if you made my mistake and rewatched the 2002 classic before this, you're in for a rage fest. Here's where it gets criminal. Spoilers, so brace yourself. Nani, the heart of the original, is butchered. In 2002, Nani's a young woman who chooses to raise Lilo after her parents' death, sticking by her sister through the social worker's threads and alien chaos. She's Ohana incarnate, sacrificing her youth for her family, finding love with David, and building a home together. In 2025, Nani's got her own dreams and aspirations, and Ohana's nowhere on that list. Disney's like, family? Nah, chase your career. Nani ditches Lilo to go to college, handing her sister to a social worker and David to raise. Yeets her to the state. This isn't just a plot change, it's a slap to the face. Disney's obsession with independent women tropes trashes the family unit, proving they hate the very Ohana they sold us. It's like they saw a story about loyalty and said, let's make it selfish. The character swaps are just as bad. Bubbles the social worker was a hulking, intimidating guy in the original, voiced with grit. Here, Courtney B. Vance plays him, and it's a total miss. Not only does he not fit the physique, where's the linebacker vibe, but they strip him of the social worker role and shove him into a forced side character slot. Why? To make room for Tia Carrera, the original Nani's voice, as the new social worker. It's a cute nod, but it feels like a stunt casting, not storytelling. They gutted Pleakley's iconic drag outfits and comedy. His fish out of water charm is gone and replaced with bland fillers. Jumba, the lovable creator of Stitch, is turned into the main villain, which is like making Santa Claus a bank robber. And Captain Guntu, the galactic enforcer with a voice like thunder, completely erased. No explanation, just poof, gone. These aren't updates, they're betrayals. Disney had a blueprint, a tried and true story that resonated for 23 years. All they had to do was stick to the script, modernize the visuals, and keep the heart. Instead, they churned out another failure that hates Ohana. They diluted Hawaii's cultures, turned it into a glossy tourist ad, not the lived-in Aloha in 2002. Nani's job struggles, barely a footnote. David's surfer charm, vanished. The Elvis soundtrack, a whisper. Why does this matter? Because Ohana isn't just a word, it's a promise. The original taught us family sticks together no matter how messy. This remake says, chase your dreams, ditch your kin. It's a middle finger to the fans, to Hawaii, to anyone who believed in the Lilo and Stitch bond. I'm not alone. Social media posts show parents fuming, saying their kids deserve the real story. If you got kids, you're probably stuck seeing this anyway. Don't waste your cash in the theater. Wait for it to hit Disney Plus or stream it in some other way. Save your money for a real Hawaiian vacation. Disney's remake is a lesson in what happens when you trade hard for profit. They had a gold mine and they blew it up for no reason. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a primetime review. So thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to smash that like, subscribe, and tickle the bell. And share this with your grandma. Until next time, let me cleanse your palate.
The heck, dude? It's my phone!
Oh, dude, that was close.